Hi everybody, TJ Mac Vintage Cards here, and before I get into the content of my video, haven't done this in a while. I just want to do a couple quick shout outs. Certainly want to pay it forward because a lot of larger channels that have more subs than I certainly have been recognizing my channel, and I greatly appreciate it, and I just want to pay it forward to a couple other channels, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to start with 2 today, and I'll do this periodically when I can. I like to keep all my videos right around 10 minutes and a lot of times below that, just because I don't want to take up too much people's times, because I don't usually watch a lot of super long videos, so I try to follow suit and not make mine too long. So the first channel I want to recognize is GW573. It's Greg. He's got 86 subs just like I do. Really enjoy his content. He does, a lot of like vintage, modern cards, some graded, some ungraded. Just has a nice mix of cards that he does. He's a must-watch channel for me. I love his stuff. And right now he's doing top 25 cards you'd keep in your collection. He shows a different one every day and asks that you play along. I'm really enjoying that. So just want to recognize him. I'll put him at the bottom of my page for this video. Other is SciGuy29. He's another channel that is a must-watch for me. He has 62 subs and has been on the community for, I believe, under a year. And he has a nice mix of things in his videos. I always tell him I like his conversational style, just a real easygoing demeanor, very positive guy. Recognizes others, which is nice too. He's got a nice mix of different cards he does. He does a little bit of pack openings here and there, a lot of hockey. He does the Tim Horton hockey, some older baseball, older football, a little bit of basketball. He's a good mix. Does a craft and cards on every Tuesday where he drinks a craft beer and looks at cards. So I like check him out if you're looking for nice, easy listening, good presentation to his videos. I think you'll enjoy it. So please give him a look if you would. So now today what I'm doing is my series of top 10 cards. And today I'm doing the top 10 baseball cards of the 70s, using cards just in my collection. I collect, as I've said many times, 30 key cards from the 1970s. So that would mean I have 300 cards from the 70s to pick from. And actually I have 302 because I have 2 Burger King issues. So that brought me over my 300. So this first card here that I'm looking at is an honorable mention. So just like the NFL Network show that I'm basing this on, they do like a best of the rest. So here's my first of the best of the rest for cards of the 70s. My only rule is, in my top 10, doesn't matter sets, anything like that, I do not pick any player twice. So I love a lot of the Rod Crew cards. This would be my second favorite of the 70s. Did not make the cut into my top 10. 1979 Rod Crew. Next one did not make the cut. 1973 Topps Thurman Munson. Again, love this card, but didn't make my top 10. I just love the background of the photo, kind of like a was it Leroy Neiman, I think it is, that paints those pictures that have kind of like the shady type backgrounds like that, where you can't make distinguished faces and things. And it kind of reminds me of that a little bit, this card. I really like it a lot. And then this one did not make the cut. I love the powder blue uniforms, but really love this helmet on the card. But Lou Brock, not in my top 10. The other one, I said I had a couple Burger King cards. I have this Reggie Jackson Burger King card. And this one here, again, did not make my top 10, but I do love this card. And this would be what the regular issue looks like from the set. This would not have made my top 10, but the Burger King one almost did. I like that they have 2 different cards, though, from that Burger King set to the regular set. They did not do that for all the cards, but they did for that one. And the other Yankee one's not airbrushed, and this one obviously is airbrushed, so I like that. So here we go, going to my top 10. Number 10, Tom Siever, and I will give one clue: there are no rookie cards in my top 10, for whatever reason. But these are the top 10 cards, nothing to do with value, just 10 cards that I look at, make me smile, and just kind of, when I think of 70s issues and I have my cards on displays in my cases, these are the ones that really draw my eyes. And this is the Tom Siever. I love his throw. I love how that back leg gets real low. It would even get lower when he would throw in some instances. But that just is what I think of when I think of Tom Siever. So love this card. Next up, number 9, we have Nolan Ryan. And I just like this as his second to last Mets card. Just a classic card in his Mets uniforms coming off the World Series that year in '69. Just a beautiful card with the blues and the orange and the white of the uniform. Just like this card a lot. And now we're moving on to number 8. 79 Topps George Brett. This one was tough. The 76 I almost put on there. Just even missed my best of the rest, but I just love this card. Again, some of these 70s uniforms, love that profiled Brett. It's a great third baseman. You see him there fielding, and I think 79 Topps has some great shots in it. I love the All-Star logo on the bottom, and I like how it kind of matches the Royals strip down there. Just a beautiful image of Brett, and a nice example of this card. And then this next one might be a little controversial. I have a couple catchers in here. And one of them, as a clue, is not the 76 bench, which that was a hard omission. But when I really started going through my cards, I'm like, I got to put the 77 Red Sox Carlton Fisk in there. Synonymous, you know, Yankees-Red Sox is a big rivalry today, but it was a big rivalry in the 70s. And here's Willie Randolph sliding in with Carlton Fisk right there. I just love this image. It just kind of really shows that rivalry. So I had to include this card in my set as well. And now we get to number 6, which is Steve Garvey. The 72 Garvey, my favorite card from the 72 set. Love this image, don't know why, but it just follow through swing. Love the coloring, love the border around it with the Dodgers. So Steve Garvey was a must inclusion in this top 10. And there's 2 non-Hall of Famers in this top 10. He's the first one that I'm looking at. So now we move on to number 5, 71 Topps Roberto Clemente. Love this card as well. Love the uniform, the swing. I like how the uniform matches the border with the black, and then you got the yellow lettering of Pirates with the kind of orangish color Roberto Clemente there. The card just presents really, really nicely. And again, I think a beautiful example of this card. So he checks in at number 5. Now we're getting down to the final 4. And then this one here, this is my Carew card from the 70s. I don't know why. My brother had it as a kid, and I just always loved this card. I love this image with him in the stadium here. I don't know if this is Yankee Stadium maybe. I'm not sure what stadium it is. Might be. But I just love the hands on the knees, just a classic baseball pose. And just of a great player, and it's kind of cool that down in the corner you can see him down like in a fielding position in the logo there right above the second base, so kind of like looks really nice with the card, I think. So just a great overall card, and checks in at number 4 on my list. So now we're getting down to the final 3 cards to look at here, and the first is, some might think it should be number 1, but it is number 3 on my list. Thurman Munson. Just a classic card. Don't really need to say much more than that. Rookie cup, horizontal pose, just catcher in action. Can't have a 70s profile if you have this card in your collection and not included on the list. So there is Thurman Munson. Now these final 2 probably would not be on everybody's list, but they're on my list. These cards are the cards I think of when I think of the 70s, for me anyway. And here's my number 2. The 79 Topps Willie Stargell, those yellow uniforms. I'm not really a Pirates fan per se, but I love those uniforms. I grew up loving them, and this card just screams 79 Pirates. It was the first World Series I watched, them and the Baltimore Orioles, and I just think it was just a fun team and just something I think of when I think of the 70s. And number 1 on the list is 78 Topps Reggie Jackson. Love the All-Star in the corner. It's my favorite All-Star symbol of the 70s is the 78 Topps, the red, white, and blue Americana. You got the Yankees, which I think are America's team in baseball, because they're certainly probably the most loved and most hated team in sports. So very appropriate. You got the beautiful Reggie Jackson swing. I would assume this photo was taken in '77, the year they won the World Series for the first time since I believe would have been '62. So I just love this card. It was a card that I just loved growing up. Has a lot of good memories for me, and is definitely the number 1 card on my list. So there you have it, the top 10 cards, for me anyways, in my collection from the 1970s. I hope everybody enjoyed this video, and I will be coming at you with some more top 10s. And if you have a top 10 cards of your collection, if you want to, do a video showing them, hey, go for it. Or any other type videos like that, or if you want to put them on the bottom in the comments. If you want to agree or disagree with some of the ones that I picked, or, that's fine. It's all part of the fun. And please check out those other channels. And everybody have a great, great day.